Last fall, I took a weekend trip to a small town in Vermont. I'd been feeling burnt out from work and needed some peace, someplace quiet. I didn't want to hotel too many people, too much noise, so I booked a room at a quaint bed and breakfast run by an older couple. It was charming, white shutters, creaky floors, a grandfather clock in the foyer that ticked like it held centuries. They gave me room 4 on the second floor. The only other guest was a quiet woman in room 2. On the first night, I fell asleep easily. No traffic outside, no buzzing city lights, just the wind in the trees and the occasional creak of old wood. At 3:12 a.m., I woke up. Not from a nightmare, or because I had to use the bathroom. I woke up because someone knocked on my door. 3 soft, deliberate knocks. I froze. At first, I thought it might be the owners checking on something. But who knocks in the middle of the night? I got up, padded to the door, and listened. Silence. No footsteps, no retreating figure. I opened it slowly. The hallway was empty. Lights were dimmed, doors closed, nothing. I told myself it must have been the house settling, or maybe I dreamt it. The next morning, over breakfast, I mentioned the knock casually to the host. She stopped pouring my coffee. "What room did you say you're in again?" "4. She hesitated. Maybe it was just the pipes. But the way her hand trembled said otherwise. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept glancing at the door. At 3 a.m., I was still awake, eyes fixed on the glowing red digits of my travel alarm. At 3:12, again 3 knocks. This time, I ran to the door and flung it open. Nothing. I stepped into the hallway, and then I noticed something. Room 6's door was open just a crack. There wasn't supposed to be a room 6. At check-in, I'd seen rooms 1 through 5. Curious, I stepped toward it. The door was old, paint chipped. I pushed it gently. Inside was wrong. Dust everywhere. The wallpaper peeled in long strips. A broken lamp lay on its side, and in the center an old metal bed frame with no mattress, just rusted springs. I stepped back out quickly. In the morning, room 6 was gone. I stood in the hallway, blinking. Between rooms 5 and 3, there was just a wall. On my final night, I set up my phone to record from the dresser, aimed at the door. I left a nightlight on. Again, at 3:12, the knocks. I didn't move, just lay there, forcing myself to breathe evenly. The door handle turned. It turned slowly, then stopped, as if someone were testing it. Then the door creaked open an inch. The room grew cold. I felt pressure in the air, like before a storm. Something stepped inside. I didn't see it, but I felt the shift, like gravity tilting toward the door. The bed dipped beside me. I couldn't move, couldn't even scream. The presence lay there, motionless, until sunrise. Then, it vanished. When I checked the footage, my phone had shut off at exactly 3:13 a.m. When it turned back on at 6:44, the video resumed, showing me asleep. The file was corrupted. I checked out early, leaving the keys on the counter. I didn't say goodbye. I looked up the inn a week later. No website, no listings. And when I drove past the town again, the building was gone. Just a vacant lot and a faded wooden sign that read,